Okay, so one more time with this particular hackle stackle pattern. I'll go through it very quickly with you, as the last one kind of messed up just a little bit on account of the thread breaking and so on and so forth. So start with a size 20 hook. In this case it's Tiemco 100, but any size 20 hook that you like. I was mentioning before that locally the hatches tend to have smaller, for the most part, midges, more like 22s, 4s, and 6s, but we'll work with this because it's a little easier for you to see. Alright, it's really not a difficult pattern at all. Attach thread. Remember to use this Dun Grizzly feather that forms the shuck, because it's real imitative of what I see, at least, floating in our waters when the hatch is ongoing and petering out. Okay, it's very faint barring on these shucks that are in the water. So I prefer this to Zelon for midge hatches because of that barring that I see in there. The whole body is the thread. I like to go up to about the halfway point, a little less than the halfway point, and I like to work in 3 loops of thread. We showed you how to do this. One, and then a second one, and a third one. But the problem with that is that I just tied one of these before, and I have a little extra thread laying around. So rather than throw out that thread and not use it, I can go to the next option on the list, which is to just take that post piece that I cut off and tie it back in again. And now I have my post without going through all of that work and wasting all of that thread. Okay, I take my Grizzly Midge saddle, tie it in. I really don't care if it's concave up or down, makes no difference to me, because it's not going to act as a parachute even though I'm working it around this post. 1, 2. I don't even care about the number of turns it takes. Holding it in my left hand, working it around with my right, catching it with these fingers from the left. I go up until I'm at about a distance that I think is equal to the amount of the shank of the hook remaining, and then I start working my way down. There we go. Tie off against the shank, not against the parachute post. Now, if you want a clean looking fly, this is an important step. I really got to get in here, trim that close. Good, I did a nice job with that. As you can tell, there's no fibers out over the hook eye. A couple trapped in there. I'll get them now before I get close. Grab fibers, pull up, get them out of the way. And lock it down. Now the only hitch in the ointment here is that I want to make sure, super sure, that this post, now folded over like a shellback, stays in. So I pull it backwards, tie off, hit my whip finish, clean that up just a little bit, trim off the excess of the post, and there it is. Hackle stacker midge emerging with a little shuck hanging out the back. I'm really looking forward to April next year when I get to fish these midges for the last time, because after this spring I will be living up on the Delaware River system, where I won't get a chance to see this hatch a whole lot anymore. But I love those Delaware River fish.